Anyway, I've left my mum down there, so she's probably getting mauled by a couple of street dogs, so I probably should go and rescue her.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm JB Wanders. I'm here right out in the deep suburbs of outer Bangkok. My mother came to visit over the Christmas period. Just like a lot of you out there, I and my wife and my son have missed my mum tremendously, as we've missed other family members as well. And we haven't seen her for over 3 years. Like a lot of you, it's been difficult. It's been tricky times over the last few years. My mum used to come every 2 years while my son Jacob was growing up, and that was wonderful. But she's not getting any younger. She's 77 now, and she's been pretty much everywhere in Bangkok. I've taken her before to the temples and all the great spots, and she isn't really into walking that far anymore. So I thought to myself, what can I do to really make her happy and make this event and this trip really special and memorable? Because as I said, we've missed her greatly. So I thought, oh, bucket list, it's a word that's used too often, but my mum's always had a strong affinity and a love for elephants. She absolutely adores them. So I thought, you know what, I know just the place to go and see wild elephants. And before you think it, no, not Khao Yai. Very random place to go and see elephants in Khao Yai. Sure, you might see a couple on the road up there. You might go there 3 days in a row and see none. If you go to the place where we're going to go to today, if you go there after 3 p.m, you're almost guaranteed to see wild elephants. So in today's video, I'm going to take my mum away for a cheeky wee break, and I'm going to see how many things I can put on her bucket list. I didn't film too much of the trip because I was on holiday, and honestly, over the Christmas period, I was considering quitting the channel and sort of ending it and all that, and I didn't film really hardly very much at all. So I've pieced together what I can, and I wanted to show you the sentiment. I mean, we all miss people greatly, and sometimes we always say, look, let's do this thing next year or next week or tomorrow or whenever. But I wanted to do something now. This time I didn't want to save it for next time until we've got more money or something like that. I wanted to do it now. I wanted to show my mum just how much I loved her. So yeah, join us in today's video. Today's video is all about an old guy making his mum very happy and putting a couple of things on her bucket list. Let's go.
I maxed out the credit card and decided to get her a beautiful villa with a jacuzzi on the roof. And as you can see here, surrounded by mountains, we've got a private pool, we've got a number of swimming pools here. It's a lovely place. The beach is about 1 kilometre away. Kuibori National Park for the elephants is about a 35, maybe about a 35-minute, 40-minute drive. Not too far. So we came here for 3 nights and we're looking for things to do. Obviously, we strolled on the beach. We ate massive seafood lunches and dinners, explored a little bit, drove about, showed her a few places. Now, it just so happens when you come down here to Dolphin Bay to Samurai Yacht, and if you're like me and you don't check the tides or anything like that, you don't know what time of day is going to be high tide, because honestly it changes a lot. Sometimes you come here middle of the day and the beach is about a few meters wide. Other times you come here in the middle of the day and the beach is 200 meters wide.
I don't think I've ever seen the tide this high. Look at this. If I get swamped. Sorry about the wind, but what can you do? There's Skull Mountain there in the background. It's my mum. She's a bit scared to come any further up. Look at that whole beach, my favourite beach there, is totally gone, look. Wow. Things I do for this channel. I wasn't going to film anything on holiday, but how can I resist? As I said, the beach is normally that way, so you can walk through, but c'est la vie, as they probably never ever said in France, but hey ho. Greetings and happy festive season. So this is the biggest wind I've felt in Thailand for 2 or 3 years, and these lunatics are out kite surfing. fantastic. They're getting some serious speed, and some of them are getting some serious air as well. And by the way, here at Pak Nam Pran, just south of Hua Hin, there are quite a lot of kite surfing schools. Lessons are available for all you nuts and head the balls out there. Oh, there's a windsurfer going out now. Wow. I guess if you're skillful at this sort of thing, it's a perfect day for it. It's super windy. And here he comes, he's coming in, look. Wow. And this is one of the reasons they call it the Thai Riviera. Look, it's just instead of everything being built the same like it is on all the estates and Mubans and everything, everything's different. You see it more up that way, but I won't be taking you there today. I'll put in a link for a video from about 1,000 years ago. Here we go. Now he's got to wrestle that kite back to where he started. And do you know what, if you do like extreme sports or watching them but you don't like taking part or anything like that, all you've got to do, book in somewhere like that, or somewhere like the Alinta Resort or Maroc Villa. And become a kite surfing voyeur. Anyway, I've left my mum down there, so she's probably getting mauled by a couple of street dogs, so I probably should go and rescue her, bless her little heart. And there's Skull Mountain there. I've been up to the top of there, I've been up and over and out to the secret beach a number of times. My mum will be 77 next birthday and doesn't fancy that, funnily enough. So I'm just taking on a bit of a tour of some of the beaches today. Now, it is the windiest day in a decade and it's really cool as well, which is fantastic. It's a wee bit windy here in Paradise, but that's all right. Hello, what have you got to say, Sam? Hello.
It's windy. Hi.
Very windy. No, it's a video. This is a rare chance to get a bit of beach. It's really high tide at the moment, and during the day the tide's right up there, so really early morning it is. I reckon the best time at the moment is probably 3 in the morning. If you are seriously doughed up and you want to touch a paradise, Google Villa España on Dolphin Bay. It's 2 houses, beachfront, right next to each other. Between 8 and 15,000 baht a night, depending on time of year and how they feel like. One's 5 bedroom, one's 4 bedroom. The 5 bedroom is a lot bigger. They've each got a pool and a tennis court. And look, here's the beach. I'll show you the houses. There you go, there's the smaller one, look. Like I said, tennis court behind, and right next door to Dolphin Bay Resort, which, if you do like to be with people of your own ilk, that's the place where a lot of expat families and teachers and that kind of thing go. Personally, I give it a very wide berth for that reason, but yeah, here we are. Such a paradise. $250 a night. Gets in there. There's the phone number, 061 018 8709. Book yourself a bit of paradise, and when you do, don't tell them my name, because they won't give you a discount. But do call me up and I'll come and stay here with you. I'll be your guide for the weekend. Anyway, lovely jubbly. That's what this New Year's about. Let's begin. My mum doesn't want to be filmed, so I have to do a sneak attack. Don't think she dares to get too close to the cow.
What else to do? We couldn't climb Skull Mountain or Cowdeng Viewpoint, so we went to a few beaches, and I even took her to play 9 holes of golf. She actually quite enjoyed it, sitting in the buggy. Well, she said she did, sitting in the buggy, playing a little golf. Right here, look.
Hi. Excuse the hat.
Taking Nanny out for a quick 9 holes. She does love a bit of golf.
And now it's time for the main event. We're going to head down to Kui National Park, and we're going to try to see some wild elephants. I've got high hopes because the last time I was here, I saw quite a large herd. In fact, 2 or 3 herds. We saw loads of gaur, and there are plenty of other animals here too. But listen, if you are going to come and visit, please note a couple of things. The first thing, there's no private transport here, so you're going to need your own private transport or arrange a tour. The second thing is the guides speak little or no English, so just bear that in mind as well. And 3, and probably the most important thing is, don't put Kui National Park into the GPS. Put in Kui National Park elephant watching, and you'll get there, because it's actually at Huai Lek Ranger Station. It's about 16 kilometers north from Kui National Park headquarters, so just bear that in mind. The other thing to bear in mind as well, it's open from 2 to 6 p.m. every day, but there really isn't going to be much wildlife activity until a bit later in the afternoon. So I would recommend, and indeed they recommend as well, that you would get there at 3:30 p.m. onwards, and then you've got a much larger chance of seeing some wild elephants. Now, price-wise, very, very reasonable. I forget what fee it is to get into the national park, maybe 200 baht each, but then the pickup with a guide and a driver is 850 baht for the experience, which probably lasts about 90 minutes. So I would recommend strongly that you do give them a tip, because I don't think they're going to be getting an awful lot out of that 850. Now, if you are going to give a tip as well, please bear in mind, if you want the driver to get anything at all, it's probably best you slip him a little bit of money separately, because I'm not sure the guide's going to give him his fair share. Anyway, that's irrelevant. This is a fantastic place. Last time was a wonderful experience. Let's go and see if we can find some more elephants. Look, I hardly filmed any of this. I was on a bit of a downer. I'd lost my memory cards, my SD cards for my camera. The channel wasn't going very well, and I just thought, you know what, I'm not going to film anything. So I didn't really film too much of this. I'll include a little bit of footage from a previous visit or two, and we'll go from there. But it was even difficult because we stopped at various viewpoints, and you have to get out the back of the truck and climb over the back of the truck. Now, my mum at her age did a sterling job. She was in and out of that truck about 8 or 9 times, climbing right the way over the back. Bless her. Now, we got to a few viewpoints, and we were lucky enough at the second viewpoint. We saw a big herd of elephants, but they were quite a far away in the distance, half a kilometre or even up to a kilometre away. So, I mean, that's all good and everything, but it's not quite the encounter that she was looking for. We did see a load of gaur as well, and as we drove around the corner here, this is miraculous, and a lot of people won't appreciate how rare this is. I spent a lot of time in India. I was actually looking for tigers at the time, another story, but never ever did see a gaur like this. Here today, we've seen about 50, including this herd, really close up. Fantastic, but not quite what my mum's here to see. Now, we did get lucky, and I did say to the guide, look, there's a good tip in it for you if you find me an elephant. I don't want to see elephants from a kilometre away. If we can find an elephant that's not too far away, mate, then there'll be a good tip in it for you, sunshine. Now, we were lucky. We got to a viewpoint, a major viewpoint, and we got back in the truck. We were about to go when suddenly heard, hey, there's an elephant over there. So I got my mum out the back of the truck. She climbed back out. We went walking through the undergrowth. Now you can't really see here. We walked for about, I don't know, 400 metres to the edge of this ravine here. And there, like a majestic beast that it is, right there before us, maybe 50 metres away, was a solo male elephant. Absolutely marvellous, and part of me wished I'd filmed my mum's response and everything, but that's not what this video is about. I don't want to use my mum to try and get views. Excuse me. So yeah, we were successful. We marvelled at the elephant for a little while. My mum, bless her little cotton socks, was rather pleased with the whole thing, I think. Mission very much a success.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a